Hello, the story about Lord Agnew's resignation makes very interesting reading. Of course, it's presented as being yet another problem for Boris Johnson when so many people are resigning or threatening to resign or threatening to make him resign or whatever. And I think possibly it's being reported in the wrong way. Thank you and goodbye, says Lord Agnew. Now, Lord Agnew has resigned today in the House of Lords. He's a junior minister in the Treasury. He's resigned because of the fraudulent use of the COVID business loan scheme. He says very clearly that this is not an attack on the Prime Minister, and I think he's quite right. It's not an attack on the Prime Minister. But maybe his timing isn't altogether clear, or at least that's one interpretation. He talks about arrogance, indolence, and ignorance, a beautiful tricolon. It should be up there with Tony Blair's education, education, education. And HMRC says in response that there are robust measures in place to cover and to control error. Well, HMRC is very stretched. Now, I think this is not an attack on Boris at all. I think this is an attack on Rishi Sunak. This is another nail in the coffin of Rishi Sunak, the man who built a swimming pool while he was taking money from the poorest of the poor. This is a man who I think can easily be blamed for what Lord Agnew calls schoolboy errors. So, I think this is a very, very good thing for Boris. Sorry for the inconvenience, Lord Agnew said. But it strikes me that it was very convenient. This is a kick in the pants of a possible successor to Boris, who is already poised and clearly waiting. I say to Lord Agnew, well done. Thank God. At least we're now beginning to strike out at those piranhas and tarantulas and various dark underbelly of zoological beings who have surrounded number 10. At least now there's a possibility that we can weed out this dreadful cabinet that Boris has assembled. Was it Boris's fault? Probably. Can Boris do better? Certainly. As I say, what Boris should do now in the closing days of his premiership is appoint and promote people from the backbenches who may do better in the next few years than he and his cronies have done in the last 2 years. That's the future. And Lord Agnew has sounded the trumpet for the futures to start moving. Whatever happens with Sue Gray and her investigation, this is the trumpet call that tells us that the move should be taking place now. Lord Agnew knows better than anyone else.